Hey, it's Ben here. It's day 3 of the Talking to Camera Challenge, and I've just done some state exercises again and just sort of shook it out, so to speak. Um, and I'm feeling a lot better than I was a few minutes ago. I wasn't as keen to jump on camera this morning. I was kind of just doing it to check a box, but thought, no, I'm gonna really give it a good shot. I was just doing the math in my head, thinking if I'm doing a 10-minute video for 30 days, that's going to be over 300 minutes of talking to the camera that's going to happen over these next 30 days. And I thought that's a lot of talking and a lot of preparation, a lot of skill and experience that I get to try and do. So I am excited about this whole journey, and it's one of those things I just want to make sure that I do actually stick to it and follow through with it. So that's essentially where I'm at the moment. But I thought I'll take this opportunity to talk about myself and just say a little bit about, I guess, who I am and what I do, and just a broad overview of what my history is. And I'm really going to look at it from 3 main places. So the first one's going to be my family, the second one will be my work, and the third one is going to be from my hobbies or interests. So start off with, my name is Ben Wendell. I was born on the 26th of December 1987, so I'm a Boxing Day baby. I was born the day after Christmas. I was due on Christmas Day, but I came a little late. So yeah, I was born in the 80s and grew up with 2 brothers. I've got a younger brother named Matthew and an older brother named Rob. My younger brother's a year and a half, 2.5 years younger, and my older brother's a year and a half older. So there's 4 years between the eldest and the youngest, and I'm the middle child. I've got my mum, her name's Sandy, and she is just brilliant. I absolutely love and adore her. She's always been amazing. And then I've got my dad as well, who I really do love. We don't have quite as close a relationship as my mum, but he is a good, hard-working guy. So growing up, I had my family intact. We had a typical 2-parent household, and we really I was very fortunate to have a pretty stable upbringing. Now, family situation over time changes, and that was when I met my first wife, which was I was only 19 at the time. Actually, I was 18 at the time I met her, and I proposed to her on my 19th birthday, actually, and asked her to marry me. And then shortly after that, we actually had my first daughter. Her name is Holly, and she was born, would have been 2007. 2007 I had her, and Cassie, my first wife, we were together from 2006. We met, and we actually parted ways in 2011. And she had a young son when I first met her. He was 2.5. His name is DJ, or short for Daniel John. And we actually really got along, me and him. And he was like a son to me, essentially. And we were together for 6 years, Cassie and I. So DJ and I got very close, and even when we split up, I still considered him to be my son. So we've always been together, and he's my boy as far as I'm concerned. After that, I ended up meeting another woman. Her name was Holly, same as my daughter, and we got together, and she also had a daughter. Her name was Scarlett, who was a year younger than Holly, my daughter, and that ended up in a second marriage, and we were together for quite a while, and we had 2 children together. We had my daughter Daisy, who was born in 2014, and then my son Milo, who was born in 2018, I believe. So overall, I've got the 5 kids between those 2 relationships. Now, Holly and I actually split up a few years ago, and I'm now partnered with a lovely woman named Jane, and she's got 2 kids who are 13 and 19. So overall, including all my stepkids, I've got 7, 3 biological, 4 stepkids. So from the family perspective, that's very busy, lots of things going on. And honestly, I absolutely love having a big family like that. Obviously, there's a lot of people to take responsibility for, a lot of people to love and care about, but I mean, that's what life's all about as far as I'm concerned. The other thing I was talking about is my career. So if I look at my career, I had my first job straight after, while I was in high school, which was actually a trolley boy at a place called Super Value, and I used to pack fruit and veg and do the trolleys at night, and it was actually quite a fun first job, and I kind of learned how to follow instructions. I learned how to do a few little things. I learned what it was like to work and earn some money. It wasn't much at the time, but it was good. Just showing up on time and working hard, and just realised that if I did work hard, that I would get praise and admiration from my boss, and it was a very simple but I think good first job. Now after that, I actually got another job, which was at a place called Toddler Town. Now Toddler Town was like a child play centre, so you had all the mums bringing their little kids to play on the equipment, and they would just come there and sit down and have a coffee. So it was an interesting job. It had a kind of combination of a few different roles. It had a cafe there, so I learned how to essentially be a barista and make coffees, and we did food preparation, so I did some stuff in the kitchen there. Nothing complex. Obviously taking orders, all those money skills you learn, as well as doing the cash register, and we had to do a lot of cleaning in that place as well, and learning to serve the customers and when they would come in. So it was a bit of a mixed bag, and it was really good. And after about 12 months, I became the manager there and learned some management skills as well. So it was a great second job. And then from there, I started to pursue university, and I was doing a course in film or communications. It was film and video, and I did that for a little while, and on the side I started getting a bit interested in websites and doing sort of multimedia, because that's what I was doing at uni. So I started doing a little bit of that, and eventually this was around the time I met my first wife, Cassie. We had our daughter, and I kind of realised that it wasn't really what I wanted to do, the film and video, anymore. There was just something that didn't sit. So I decided to go get full-time work, and I actually found a job at a place called Budget Print. And this was a print shop that did business cards and printing for all sorts of businesses. And it was my first sort of introduction into business and that print industry. And I was sort of wanting to be a graphic designer at the time. And I sort of initially stepped in as the sort of production manager there and helping them do printing and stuff, but we hired a graphic designer, and I did some graphic design work on the side, and together between me and the graphic designer, I sort of started doing more graphic work. I was there for about 12 months, maybe 18 months, and at that point I actually decided to leave and start my own business. So at that time, the business I started was a print shop, graphic design and printing business, and I did that for a number of years. And then that slowly morphed into being more of a marketing company. We did some newsletter marketing. I brought in a business partner. That didn't work as well as I would have liked it to. We actually parted ways. And then I started my own digital marketing company, and I've been doing that for a while. So I've actually been working for myself since 2006. So I've been self-employed, and my business has really taken off in the last probably 6 years. And it's at a point now where I really do feel quite successful with what we've built, and I've got a good team on, and we're in this growth phase at the moment. So lots of big things happening on the business front. And then the third aspect of me is, I guess, hobbies and interests. Growing up, I loved playing video games. That was one of the things that I loved. In particular, I loved role-playing games, so RPGs. My favourite game of all time is Suikoden 1. The first game, and that was it just got a special place in my heart. And also a lot of the Final Fantasies I really enjoyed growing up. but I like lots of different games. But as I became an adult, I found that the gaming sort of disappeared. I focused on work and family, and I went a few years where I didn't touch a video game. And then it got to the point where I'd every now and then maybe play a game if it came out for a little while, and then I just wouldn't touch it for ages again. But yeah, gaming is one of those interests that I definitely have. I also, as a teenager, picked up a guitar mainly to impress girls. I played the guitar for a while and got okay at it. Nothing incredible, but enough to be able to play some chords, write some songs, sing a bit. And I do enjoy the creative aspect of writing music. Even recently I did actually publish a few songs, which is a bit out of my comfort zone, but I wanted to do it. So I've published, I think, 5 songs so far, and I plan to do more just because it's just an expression of me, and I really enjoy that. Recently I also wrote a children's book, another project that's it's kind of complete, but I haven't properly published it. But I've actually written it all. It's all ready to go. It's got a picture book, got a great illustrator from over in France, and I've also created an app, this card game that's another little hobby interest of mine. I just love the idea of creating these games, a bit like there's a game on Final Fantasy VIII. There was a card game on it called Triple Triad. It's a sort of spin on that, and I really came up with this idea and concept, and then I've put it together, but just haven't really followed through with it fully yet. So it's a bit of a side project that's just in the works. Other than that, I enjoy playing hockey. I've started working out at the gym a fair bit, enjoying that. When it comes to music, I'm not that big on music. I do like lots of different types of music, but I do tend to find that's that stuff from when I was a teenager that really I don't know, just brings back good memories. My favourite band was Yellow Card and Matchbox 20. More recently, I tend to be enjoying stuff from Brandon Hart and Tom MacDonald. And yeah, I guess on the TV show front, I'm obsessed with The Walking Dead. Pretty much anything post-apocalyptic, where it's survival, people needing to survive, that's the stuff that really excites me. So that's really the 3 aspects of my life. That kind of gives you a bit of an overview of who I am, my family, my jobs and career, and also some of my interests and hobbies. I'm looking forward to doing the rest of these 27 videos. This is number 3, and we'll see how much better I get over the next 3 or 4 weeks. Thanks for watching.